all you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Elaine, and today I'm going to be recapping Call of the Night Season 1. This is part 3 of my series, which covers episodes 7 through 9. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to dive into episode 7. Ko's out vibing when he spots a hot blonde girl rejecting some poor guy on the street like she's swiping left in real life. She shows up immediately after and tells Ko she was actually hanging around hoping someone would hit on her. Ko, rightfully confused, asks why. Her answer, she's bored, like terminally. Her hobbies include loitering and emotionally destabilizing strangers. Ko's like, that seems unsafe. And although intrigued by Ko, she rewards his concern by straight up stealing his soda. Rude. He chases after her. She drops a full-on existential monologue mid-jog. Nothing excites her anymore, she's sick of pretending to be nice, and she's got no one to talk to. Ko hears all this and goes, huh, relatable. But before he can offer a hug or a therapist, she leans in to bite him because, surprise, she's a vampire. That's when Nazuna dive bombs the scene and casually slices the blonde's arm clean off. No warning, just one clean, dramatic chop. The girl recognizes Nazuna immediately. She sticks her arm back on like it's Velcro and hits her with the real tea. Everyone's talking about how Nazuna is breaking vampire protocol by hanging out with a human all night. No turning? Scandal. Then the blonde spells out the rules. Either turn humans into vampires or suck them dry. No middle ground nonsense. Nazuna is not here for that logic, and the two immediately throw down. Another vampire sneaks up during the fight and grabs Ko like he's a lost kitten. He's taken to a group of female vampires who give him the world's weirdest ultimatum. Pick one of them to turn him into a vampire, or die. Ko, ever the loyal night gremlin, turns them all down. He wants Nazuna. This sparks instant debate. The vampires start bickering over who would be the best fit for him, like they're drafting teams in gym class. They mention that Nazuna isn't popular, which apparently matters when you're in the vampire MLM of turning humans. Meanwhile, Seri Kikyo explains that they all think Nazuna is stirring up trouble by refusing to turn Yamori, and that he's in danger because of it. Nazuna has to realize this, and she does. Nazuna admits she's planning to create more vampires and says she has a plan. Koha Kobe tries to cozy up to Ko, but the rest of the vampires immediately see through it. Like, nice try, we invented that move. Ko shuts it down fast. Says he's not interested, which stuns everyone like he just rejected free dessert. He explains he doesn't even know how to tell when someone's a yes or no, which honestly explains a lot. Nico jumps in with a friendly little reminder. If he doesn't pick someone to turn him, he's going to die. Ko says he does want to become a vampire, with Nazuna, and he wants to fall in love with her to do it. Right on cue, Nazuna swoops in like she's been waiting for her dramatic entrance. Now the vampires all want the same thing, to hear Nazuna's plan for getting Yamori to fall for her. The mood gets tense, especially when Kabura tries to touch Yamori, and it nearly turns into a group brawl. The vampires demand to know what makes Ko so special. Why Nazuna, of all people, is suddenly spending time with a human when she's never wanted to turn anyone before. Things boil over, and Ko just lays it all out. It's because his blood tastes good. That's the arrangement. Nazuna gets the blood, he gets to be a vampire. Simple, efficient, weirdly romantic. They accuse Nazuna of deceiving him, but Ko shuts it down. Nazuna gave him the choice to fall in love with her. That's all he needed, and with that he makes it clear. He's becoming a vampire, and no one's changing his mind. Episode 8. The couple gets a temporary green light. Ko says he's down to become a vampire no matter how long it takes. That's when Nico hits him with a fun fact. You've only got 1 year from your first bite to make the change, or it's never happening. Nazuna, a professional vampire and part-time amnesiac, conveniently forgot to mention that. To make up for it, she kisses him. Technically as payment for that massage the other night, but still, perks. Afterward, Ko reflects that Nazuna is pretty weird, even for a vampire, but he's glad he met her before the rest of the blood-sucking crew. He tells Akira what happened, and she points out that if he doesn't turn by the 1 year mark, he'll probably be killed for knowing too much. Ko had somehow not figured this out himself. At school, Akira runs into her old friend, Mahiru Seki, who casually drops that he's been spending his nights with a girl he's been crushing on. Akira's immediate reaction, please don't let her have fangs. Meanwhile, Ko bumps into Kikyo, who checks in on his whole trying to fall in love so I don't die situation. Ko admits the 1 year deadline caught him off guard. He figured love would just happen eventually. Unfortunately, he also doesn't know how to fall in love, which is sort of a key part of the plan. Kikyo suggests the radical concept of dating, which blows his little night owl mind. Nazuna naturally wants no part of this. She only agrees to tag along after Ko does the unthinkable, turns off her video game. She treats it like a hostage negotiation. Their first stop is a rom-com at the movies, which Nazuna hates so much they bail early. Next, Ko drags her to a cafe and tries to make small small talk, which is about as smooth as a gravel milkshake. Nazuna quickly realizes someone put him up to this, snatches the note from Kikyo, and ends the date like a disappointed manager shutting down a failed pop-up store. Ko sulks in his room, surrounded by the emotional wreckage of a failed rom-com night. But Nazuna finds his scribbled date plan, flies over like a vampire Cupid, and takes him on a ride through the night sky. Her advice? Forget the checklist and awkward cafe talk. Just be the weird gremlin he already is and take her on dates his way. Later on, Ko runs into Seki hanging out with his friends. They go to a park together where Ko reflects on how they became friends and how he always felt more relaxed around him than he did when he was around Akira. Akira suddenly drops in like a pop quiz, uninvited, unavoidable, and determined to ruin the mood. She walks in mid-bromance, immediately shuts down Ko and Seki's heartfelt bonding like it's too cringe to exist, and starts airing out Ko's vampire business like a town gossip with a megaphone. Then she turns to Mahiru and officially drafts him into her after-school special. Get this boy back in class or so help me! Ko tries to defend himself, saying he's just been spending time with Nazuna and having fun, thank you very much. He means it innocently, but Mahiru hears it like a motivational speech from a love guru. Later, Nazuna spots Mahiru spending time with his crush, holding hands, spurring her to hold hands with Ko when he catches up with her. Episode 9. Ko bumps into Kikyo, but Nazuna plays vampire bouncer and keeps her at bay. Nazuna reminds Kikyo she hates friendships between humans and vampires. Later, Ko and Kikyo hit up a karaoke bar where Kikyo vents about how annoying people are. Ko totally gets it. Suddenly, one of Kikyo's admirers starts pounding on the door. Kikyo's reaction? I want to kill him. He's such a drag. Ko's like, hold up, no murder. She snaps back that human morals don't apply to vampires and lunges at the guy. Ko heroically blocks her, and the boys make a break for it. Ko figures out the dude, Akihito Akiyama, has a crush on Kikyo. Akihito reminisces about how they met. He literally fell flat on the street. Kikyo shows up and explains her bizarre hobby. She scopes out people who might fall for her so she can turn them into vampire offspring. Akihito is confused. She's like, you don't need to understand. You're about to die anyway. She moves to take out Akihito and Ko, but Nazuna jumps in like, wait, you've never killed anyone before. Why now? Akihito spills the tea. They used to be friends, but he caught feelings, which clashed with Kikyo's lack of desire to turn him. Kikyo confirms the validity of his words and expresses how she grew tired of having romance be a part of every interaction she has with humans. She doesn't know how to communicate like a normal friend would, and always acts in ways to get others to fall in love with her. She's tired of it. She agrees to never see Akiyama again. She wants to pretend nothing ever happened. She reiterates she's a vampire, and what Ko and Nazuna are doing isn't normal. Being friends is an exception. It's not allowed. Friendships with humans don't work. She breaks down crying when she says they have to say goodbye, exclaiming she had fun being his friend, and wants to continue. Akiyama expresses he had fun too and fell in love. He's not prepared to be rejected like he thought. He doesn't want them to be apart. Then Akiyama offers to become a vampire, to which Kikyo agrees, converting him. They all go to karaoke to celebrate, because apparently turning people into vampires calls for a karaoke party. And there you have it, my Call of the Night Season 1 recap Part 3, which covers episodes 7 through 9. What did you think of my recap? Did I leave anything out? Let me know down below in the comments. I always like to know what you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens think. And if you like what you saw here today, please smash that like button until it's blue, subscribe, ring that bell so you always know what's up, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys!